Well, I tell you what, you couldn't build a more perfect day to walleye fish. At least in Minnesota, you get gray, overcast, some clouds in the sky, wind in the forecast. The wind's supposed to pick up here all day. And every year, I try to get over to Mille Lacs Lake. You know, Mille Lacs is an interesting lake. You know, it's such a huge lake, all kinds of different fishing opportunities. People that complain, oh, you can't keep a fish on Mille Lacs, but I tell you what, the fishing is so good out here that sometimes I just like to just go out and get my fix. And I think that's what a lot of people do. And so we're with Danny Vue today. Danny's a passionate, avid Minneapolis angler that just lives to fish. And we're just gonna come out here and just try to sourmouth as many fish as we can today. Oh, I love that. Love that.
And we got I got the net.
Never get tired of that.
Oh, that's a nice fish.
But Mille Lacs is just full of fish. Just a great place to come if you just want to get your fix on catching fish. You know, and I think one of the appeals of Mille Lacs, at least for myself, is, you know, yeah, you can catch a lot of fish, but you can also try a lot of different techniques. You know, Mille Lacs is so diverse. You can pull lead core, for example. You can troll. You can pitch jigs. You can pitch plastics. You can find fish in weeds. There's rigging bites, bottom bouncer bites, spinner bites. I mean, you name it. But if you just want to just wear out fish and catch a lot of fish, or you catch so many fish you almost feel guilty about it, I tell you what, you come out here in the spring with a jig and a shiner, and it's game over. You get anywhere near them, get anywhere near these fish, and these fish find you. It's like they're just carnivores.
Just like that.
Yeah. Fun time. How's he feel there?
Feels good.
All right.
Feels like
I'll
a
get the
log
net here for you
coming
when you're ready here. This is what you call a walleye chop, just beautiful weather.
Man, it's getting choppy, and the fish just love this choppy water now.
Staying down nice. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're all just strong. There, I'll grab the net here for you. All right, nice work there. Mille Lacs gold.
Yeah, it's like that. Mille Lacs walleye.
Tell you what, Mille Lacs is just full of fish like that right now. All right.
Catch and release.
Give her a drink.
There you go, let's do some more.
You know, last year out here in Minnesota, this time of the year, there was snow on the ground. You know, this year is a completely different year. People are mowing their grass. And one of the things that I kind of anticipated for this season that would be a little bit different is I just figured things would be further along. It seemed like the fish are already transitioning way ahead of schedule. And so that's probably gonna be a theme for the entire season is, you know, fast forward. You know, even though it's June, you know, fish locations like it's July. Even though it's May right now, end of May, fish like it's June, you know, and that's gonna probably be a common theme that we're gonna probably see all season. There we go.
Right under the boat, huh? Right under the boat.
I'll hit spot lock here, we'll slow down.
Let's get the net here.
Yeah, that's the thing is we're just kind of moving and scooting through here where we'll spot lock, crack 4 or 5 fish. Oh, there's a nice one.
That's a nice one.
And then we'll move around a little bit. And what's cool about this is if they're there, you're gonna mark them. You know, we're just deep enough where these fish aren't bumping off the boat. There we go. That's gorgeous. Yeah, that's just good stuff. Whoa!
Feisty.
Oh, they come up mad and they go down mad.
Here's the minnow.
Good stuff. Yeah, I do. Thank you.
Yeah. Mille Lacs is a huge, huge lake, and you can go anywhere and just find fish on each side. You don't have to be with the community. You can step out the community holes and just find some different ledges and breaks and rock piles that people don't fish on it. So scan it out, side imaging, down imaging, and just go.
You know, this is just classic Mille Lacs fishing in the sense that it's just shortly after the opener. And I will say that the fish are a little bit deeper than what I anticipated. And we got a little bit of intel from Matt Klug, who's a guide out here, and we're on the north end of the lake here, but basically just these big long bars, you know, sand and gravel bars that stick out in the lake here on the north shore. Pretty typical walleye fishing in the sense that these fish aren't everywhere. They're just really relating these transitions. So we're on a 20-foot break line, and it's just a jig and minnow program from what we're seeing so far.
There you go.
All right.
It's on.
Yeah, it's just beautiful out here, isn't it?
Super beautiful.
Oh yeah, another nice walleye.
Bigger
Get
one.
the net. I just love this when you look down and see them from so far down. Oh yeah.
Super clear.
Yeah, there you go. Nice work.
There it goes.
Nice work, buddy.
Thanks, Jason.
I knew you were a bass guy. I didn't know you were a walleye guy.
You never know. They come and get you. Right at the tip of the mouth. All right. Oh, she's ready to go.
Yeah, they always are. I've often wondered, you know.
Feisty too.
Oh yeah, I've often wondered, you know, you take the average walleye in Mille Lacs, you know, how many times it has been caught. Oh, here we go, here we go.
I grabbed the net.
Oh yeah. Tell you what, if you were to pull a lot of walleye anglers, especially walleye anglers living in Minneapolis, this is a favorite lake for so many people. And the cool thing about this is you come out here and you just expect to catch a lot of fish. Kind of reminds me, like, you know, people go up to Ontario to say a Canadian fly-in camp, or they used to go to Ontario, right before the borders closed. And people would go up there just for the sole point of just catching a lot of fish. Oh, we caught 50 fish a day, we caught 100 fish in a day, you know, and that's kind of why people come out to Mille Lacs. You just catch a lot of fish. It's just fun.
Very fun.
That's why people love this. You know, we're using big shiners, which, tell you what, a shiner that's 4 inches long is just worth its weight in gold. We got these over at Tuts on the way through here in Garrison, but just hooking it through the head, right through the mouth, coming right up through the back of the skull. And I tell you, you put a fresh shiner like that out there, just like feeding piranhas. And I tell you what, there's a lot of situations, a lot of times where you don't need much equipment when it comes to fishing, but I tell you what, if you're gonna spend money on any rod, make sure that you get a good jigging rod. Rod I like to use, this is a Shields 1 limited edition rod, just a really high quality rod. There, you know, you're gonna spend some money on a good jigging rod. They're gonna be a little bit more expensive, but jig fishing like this, we're using 6-pound monofilament, 20 feet of water, you know, this type of wind. If there's one time, one place where you want to have just a high quality graphite rod, it would definitely be on a jig bite like this.
There it is, guys.
Got him?
Yep.
All right. Goodness, is this fun, huh? We're just sitting in
Super
one
fun.
spot. We don't have anybody within half a mile of us, and just having a ball. Pretty good fish. Sure acting like it, huh?
You know, sometimes you can't tell if they're big or not because they're just coming up.
That's part of the fun of this too, is they stretch out that 6-pound mono, and that's just a fun way to catch the fish.
6-pound line. And it's so clear that you can just see the fish perfectly.
There we go. All right.
Thank you.
Nice work.
Thanks, Jason.
All right.
There it is. Look at this. Look at this.
I got one here too, Danny.
Oh, double right there.
All right.
There he goes.
Oh, this is a nice one.
When we get back and get the net for Jason here. There you go, buddy. All right, Jason. Oh, feisty one.
Yeah.
It's a slapper. Look at that.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah.
Look at that.
That is fun, huh?
Look at that mouth of that too.
Oh, I know. Big old teeth on them. Yeah, that's fun stuff right there. Fun stuff. You know, what's interesting is, you know, you definitely have to fish the day and fish the conditions. You know, I talked to some people that were out here over the opener. It was just dead flat, calm glass, and people were, you know, doing a lot of casting and, you know, fishing a lot of shoreline stuff. But you know, this bite can get tough out here when there's no wind. And here's a minnow there for you.
Thank you.
So we were kind of anticipating that. With the wind blowing today, tell you what, this is just perfect conditions for Mille Lacs. 10, 15 mile an hour wind.
It's not too windy. It's not
just as good as it gets.
Yes, indeed. I think the overcast came out too and kind of helped a lot.
I think it does. You know, that's the thing, is Mille Lacs is so clear with the zebra mussels. Not to say you can't catch them in that clear water shallow when the wind isn't blowing, but boy, a windy day on Mille Lacs, I think everybody looks like a rock star out here. Oh, that one about took the rod out of my hand. Isn't that fun?
Is it there?
Yeah, that's good stuff. Thank you, sir.
Yep, you're welcome. Man, it's just
Get it out of the net here.
Look at that size of that.
Boy, look at that. That fish just swallowed it. Just ate it. Show you the jig that we're using. It's a new jig for this year. It's just a jig that I fell in love with. Been using a lot. That's a Northland Deep V jig. What I like about just simple hook keeper, long shank hook, it's got that aspirin pill shape head, which love for river fishing. As soon as I saw it, I liked it. Catching plenty of fish on it.
Right
Got
there.
him?
Got him.
All right.
Ooh. I wasn't too sure. I just had to make sure that it was a fish.
Oh, you cross that fish's eyes. That's what you got to do, right? Give him a headache.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I don't know if there's a funner way to catch a walleye than this right here.
There it is.
Here, I'll get the net here for you. Oh yeah, that's a nice one there.
Yeah.
That's a nice one, Dan.
Thank you. Oh, look at that. Look how girthy this walleye is. Look how, you know, very girthy. And there it is. Another one. Yes. I'm gonna reuse this. Let's release her back in the water. Let's get another one.
This is just kind of that classic walleye fishing, you know?
Right.
Shortly after the opener, jig and minnow, 6-pound test, walleye chop. You know, you look at northern Minnesota, you just can't beat a jig. You know, a jig and a minnow is just going to catch a lot of walleyes, at least the first 2-3 weeks of the season. But the thing about using a jig and a minnow is that sometimes it can be tough to cover ground and to fish fast. And so that's what I love about this particular system, is that it's kind of a 1-2 punch where you're scooting along, you're covering water, you're just looking for fish with your electronics. It's almost like, I guess, what you call sharp shooting, where you see a fish and then you fish it. And so a lot of times we're just going through spots pretty quick. We're not stopping or slowing down until we see fish, or until we see a bunch of fish. With today's electronics and with the orientation, the compasses and the GPSs built in the trolling motors with the spot lock features, you know, even something as simple as jig fishing, it's been around probably longer than anything in walleye fishing, even that is changing dramatically. Got
Got
him?
one. Yep.
All right. I wonder if I'm just gonna hit spot lock here. We're just gonna keep casting here. This is cool.
I feel like I'm jerking the bait at the bottom and he came and smashed that. I felt that one pretty hard.
Oh yeah, look at
Ooh,
that.
look at that
That's
one.
a nice one, Danny.
Look at that one, nice.
That's a nice one. Yeah, I just love this. Nice work.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's just classic Minnesota, you know what? A jig and a minnow. And probably one of Minnesota's most notoriously famous walleye fisheries.
There you go, buddy. Thank you. Feisty. On to the next one. And then all we're doing is just putting a shiny or a minnow. Just tipping it right to the tip. Well, that's far. Just cast it out.
You know, so I got to know Danny, and just a tremendous angler that's just passionate about fishing. And what's neat about what I'm seeing over in Minnesota right now is there's a large Asian community in Minnesota, and is particularly the Hmong community. And it's a pretty tragic story, you know, just visiting with Danny, where, you know, basically a lot of the Hmongs came to the United States during the Vietnam War, where the Hmongs were fighting on behalf of the United States, or, you know, they were the allies of the United States. And you know, some of the stories are just unbelievable as far as just, you know, genocides and just the human tragedy, the human toil, where these people wanted the same freedoms and human liberties that we sometimes take for granted in the United States. And ultimately, in order to get those liberties and freedoms, you know, a lot of them came to the United States. And what I find interesting about the Hmong community is that a lot of them are really passionate anglers. You know, so Danny Vue is just a great example of just hardcore fishing fanatics in that Hmong community. That's all they do is think about fishing. And it's something where the entire industry is starting to notice what's going on, because you just have so much passion and so many anglers that are just hardcore.
Their bite's so heavy that you think they're giants, but they're just so healthy and nice. Look at that. It's fascinating how Hmong people has grown so much into the fishing industry. Doesn't matter if you're out there at a tournament, fun fishing, or just get out there and bring your kids or friends or family, even new people. And you know, this is an opportunity for everybody to get to bond, to unite as one. You know, that's probably the biggest thing that we have to do.
We're living good.
Yeah. We found the secret weapon. Woo, feisty. There it is, guys. Oh, no. Okay, I guess it's ready to go. That's how active they are right now, you guys. Go get them. Even though, you know, our baits are dead, I'm using a dead one, we're still catching fish.
Yeah, well, we don't really have a choice. That's all we got left are dead minnows. We used all the live ones.
We're still
we'll be
catching
down to
them.
our bayonets here pretty soon.
Right there.
There you go. There you go. Very
Man.
cool.
There
That
it
fish
is.
just cracked you, huh?
Yes.
You crossed its eyes.
Right?
I'll come over and give you a hand with the net. We've caught a lot of fish today, you know what, bud?
Yes, I did. Thanks to.
Oh yeah, that's a nice walleye. Nice
Golly.
walleye. There we go.
Thank you. Goodness. I miscount how many fish I caught today with Jason.
Yeah, it's been a great day, fun day. All right, man. I'll tell you
Look
what,
at
classic, awesome Minnesota walleye fishing.
Indeed.
Mille Lacs Lake, place where you can catch a lot of fish. You feel like you're not a good angler if you can't come out here and catch 30 fish or more a day, 50 fish, whatever
yeah.
it is. But I mean, this is where people come and get their fix.
We miscounted for sure.
It's kind of like a Canadian fly-in deal, except for it's a lot closer.
All right, there it goes. Beautiful walleye in Mille Lacs. Good deal.